Okay, we got 11 minutes 44 seconds on this one. So it's an interesting kind of thing. I was scrolling on Instagram, as everyone does these days, apparently. Um, and I noticed that my feed, funny enough, um, is filled with this kind of Choran said this, Camus said this, Marx this, that, all of it is philosophy. And I was quite interested in why is that, because yesterday it was just football and whatever, because that's the type of thing I forward to my friends and I engage with basically. I don't comment, I just forward what I find interesting to people who would share the same idea. It's not only relationship maintenance, but also it's nice documentation as well. Whenever I need this kind of exact topic, I go to this person's DM that shares the enthusiasm for that topic. So it's double duty. And I really don't do anything giving me under at least three values for the same exact kind of action ever. And the third value for this is that it inspires my own writing as well. I didn't do Instagram or any kind of social media for 6 months, and I just went and posted, and that was it. It did feel peaceful with the noise of the world literally being cancelled out. I didn't do YouTube. I didn't consume anything basically for 6 months. But then I noticed that the inspiration was just from the books. And whenever I read books, 99% of information is either retarded or common sense. So it's just 1% of a book that actually inspires me to think about a novel idea and whatever. So basically, it would be 200 pages for 1 page worth of, or 2 pages worth of actual inspiration. But with Instagram or with other kind of condensed form of information, the literally the one-liner that survives the idea and the idea that survives the book is usually there. And if it takes even 200 reels, that is not only doing relationship maintenance and documentation of reference for future. 200 reels don't take the time of reading 200 pages for me. It doesn't work when you actually have no kind of well read, established mind, because you say, okay, I understand Nietzsche or I understand Kafka within 5 minutes video of Instagram or YouTube or TikTok reel or whatever. But when you have covered most of the foundations of almost everything regarding to thinking, that actually starts fueling your own thinking rather than needing more information. You just need the inspiration rather than more information and more data from other people. Because you need to achieve this moment that after reading 200 or 500 different people, that these people were just humans. They were humans, they reflected their own insecurities in their ideas, they wanted to achieve something, or they recorded something they achieved in their writings, and that's about it. They're not to be worshipped. And you cannot say, okay, I don't worship people after reading 5 books, because those 5 books are gonna be the forefathers of um, your full kind of belief system. So I was literally scrolling through that, and I was kind of interested in why is that, and I noticed that I had a long kind of philosophical debate over email with a couple of bestsellers that I know, as well as a couple of, funny enough, like lawyers, that their argumentation is actually kind of spot on most of the time. and then it of course fed into my Instagram. I'm not going to talk about the conspiracy theories that okay, Instagram is tracking my emails and based on that trying to feed me and keep me on the platform. They all do. It's fine, but the main thing is that I noticed that this kind of question that what is life for? You literally remove the survival kind of rat race from today till tomorrow and the suffocation in stress of making it to the end of the month and sprinkling in the, based on different people is either a status obsession or kind of survival or someone is like fame this sex that money this money is basically like what you want to get. So all of that aside, existence itself boils down to what some people find the argument ridiculous itself because everyone is alive and everyone dies. Whatever you do in between matters. So the brilliant idea is to see most of the world, to travel. So basically, you burn 8 hours to 10 hours a day, and in some kind of situations of work. So you get away from that work for 3 months to get intellectual and to get insights on what living means, which is fascinating to me. That imagine you love funding 3 months of understanding what living means. It's just like so fascinating to me. Or for people who are literally above the rat race and they have nothing to chase, they just get sad yachts, basically, what I call them. Neymar literally lost the World Cup and he immediately bought a watch and a yacht. And this is the noise that is kind of not only information, kind of that is useless in the Instagram, but it's kind of useful as a point of reference as well now. That he bought a sad yacht for 32 million or whatever because the internal experience is as some broke person missing their last meal of the day, so they need to stay hungry till the next meal arrives. And I'm not shitting you because that's the literal internal experience when you're past 1 year of living large, because everything becomes the balance. That's how the chemicals in the body work. That you can be sad, but you cannot. No matter who you are in the situation you cannot be sustained level of sadness for 24 hours. You can be sitting on your ass, staring at the wall, and nothing external is gonna happen. Not a mosquito uh, extra in the room, not a whiff of wind in the room, no one interrupting, nothing, and you're gonna find joy in it because you cannot stay sad consistently. So basically, all of that aside, what I've noticed is that the main question is you put all of that to the side, and there is this kind of Maslow's hierarchy of needs that it actually needs to get you to that level. Not only you need to be kind of well read, but also cognitively capable, but also actual financially secure to even have that kind of thinking. And when you think about it, it's like, okay, why am I even living and all of that? Then you go into the spiral, you read all of these people, or you have already read them and whatever, and you reach something that is these days kind of quite famous, which is the absurd. That the life is absurd, and you live, you struggle, you suffer, and you die, and none of it makes any sense. I don't understand how people accept that because with the meticulously designed kind of every inch of the universe, you cannot have this be the reason. Not that I don't want it to be the reason. I actually want it to be the reason because it gives you a lot of freedom, and that's why Kamo actually chose it. But this is not actual factual truth of the matter, objective truth of the universe. So what I have understood, at least at 26, I can flip this like Wittgenstein did 50 times with his own theories, is that the world works on a scale, and the more scale you cover, the more presence you have, and the more presence you have, the more kind of actual control over your fluctuations of emotions you have. So basically, instead of saving one person, you save 10 people. Instead of killing 10 people, you kill millions. It doesn't matter the morality associated with it. You just add to the scale. And as soon as you add to the scale, by the scale that it grows, you have more sophisticated relationship to existence itself because your existence multiplies by everyone you have influenced in an objective manner, which is the extreme of the situations, which is designing manner of lifestyles or actually literally reducing their life into nothing and actually committing murder or whatever. I'm not literally like saying murder is good or bad. I'm just saying the scale itself is what makes a life meaningful, and the relationship with the